I'm not going to say that I disagree with any of this because there's probably something, like I said, I'm just the dude that freaking likes to push buttons, you know what I mean, and play the game and look at the pretty girls on the screen, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a top player. I'm not nothing like that. I'm just the dude that loves to create content for the game. There we go. That's better. Okay, we got it. So let's take a look at these tier lists, okay? These are a hot topic here. And you want me to make to give you my thoughts. Let me see. I haven't necessarily seen them, but I know that they made one, so I'm making one right now. Let's see here. This is Kubo. This is the #1 ranked Japanese player in BB Tag. And then we're going to be comparing the #1 ranked player in BB Tag in the US. So let's take a look at this here. So it seems like over here has faults is what I think this is what it says right here. Then C, B, A, S, and then SS. Interesting how they would go for SS instead of just one S. Because I don't think anybody has SS tier, to be honest. Ruby is off the charts. I don't know why, but she's off the charts for some apparent reason. Let's see. Just taking a look at it right here. I see that Narukami is at the very, very top, which is interesting nonetheless. I know that a lot of people in Japan really like Hyde, and I can understand this. I think Hyde is really good. I think it's really, really good. What I do find very interesting is that Jin is here in just regular S position, which is interesting nonetheless. I wonder if it's because... I don't know why Narukami... I know that S is super good, and everybody in Japan thinks S is amazing. Especially in BBCF. So I really haven't seen too many Japanese S's, so I can't really speak for it. But I do know that S is really good. I did think she was at least top 5. Or at least top 10. I'm sorry, not top 5, not top 10. So, but over there they seem to think that she's top 3. Damn. Narukami's at the very, very top, which is nuts. And then Naoto's up here, and I do agree that she is up there. Even though she is glass cannon, she is incredibly good. She's got good buttons and good stuff. I'm surprised to see Hazama here. Man. Well, to be honest, like on paper, he seems extremely good. No limits to his chains, but at the same time, he does have blind spots and such. At the same time, he does have a good anti-air. He does have decent combos as well, especially with like... what is it called? Snake Sword or whatever it's called into chain and to keep going and such. And Hotenjin is always really good as well. So interesting that. His assists are really good for combo extensions too and such. I'm surprised to see freaking Noelle here. Well-rounded Noelle. I gotta think about this. Because I'm not going to just knock it off and say, no, Noelle sucks. There's something that makes Noelle go up there. You know what I mean? It's weird. I'm surprised to see Noelle over lots of characters, actually. Over Carmine, over New 13, over Blake, over everybody. A lot of characters, which I find extremely surprised. There's probably something that I'm missing about Noelle that makes him think that she's good. Because I was thinking that, okay, I thought in the beginning that she was going to be extremely good because of the no recovery on her drives. But at the same time, like, everything about the character is just very risky. Very risky. Unless I just haven't put in the time, which could be the case. I really haven't put in too much time with Noelle. And also because of that, like, she doesn't do very good damage with her crazy conversions that she does have. She does have pretty good conversions, but they don't do damage. The best damage that she can get is probably just a regular auto combo into an assist into another auto combo. This is strange. I need to dabble around with it more. I'm really shocked. So because, you know, her gimmicks are good. They're really good. But at the same time, like, her neutral is awful. Anyways, Noelle's there. Interesting that. I'm not going to say that I disagree with any of this because there's probably something... Like I said, I'm just the dude that freaking likes to push buttons, you know what I mean? And play the game. And look at the pretty girls on the screen, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a top player. I'm not nothing like that. I'm just the dude that loves to create content for the game. So, Maybe there's something I'm missing. I don't know. Rachel, Batista, I do agree. She's super good. She's very, very good. I think she is very much S tier. Waldstein, agree 100%. Jhin, I think, should be a bit higher. Just, I don't know if there's like, that's weird because over there in Japan they have Fenrich. Fenrich is the best Jhin player in the world. So I'm surprised to see that Jhin is down there. How weird. How weird. You know, when I went to Combo Breaker and I saw an exhibition between the American players, SKD, Flux, and Kid Viper, versus Fenrich, and Fenrich beat them all. This was before the game came out, of course, but it was weird to see that the big difference between the two different players, or the players that were there, the Japanese player versus the 3 American players. The American players were resources out the wazoo, man. Just push, block, burst all the time. Fenrich didn't do one of those. Maybe he bursted once or twice, but the sets with all 3 of those players, dude, he did not push block hardly any or nothing like that. And that's probably because either one, he didn't really necessarily have the game mechanics down, which that's what I was thinking. But at the same time, he still won, which is weird. So he was either relying on pure fundamentals to do it, which is probably the case. But the whole point of me saying this is the mentality between the two nationalities is interesting nonetheless. So for example, like we placed Jhin at the very tippy top, and they placed Jhin at the just like a little bit below top, not the top tier, you know, because apparently there's a top tier and there's a top tier. So anyways, it's just interesting to see the two, because if I see SKD's tier list, which we're going to be taking a look at it, it's probably going to be very different. So we'll see. Carmine, he does have faults. I don't know. I think I want to put him a little bit higher, Carmine, because the character does have faults, including, which is of course his blood being used way too much health. His moves use up way too much health. But at the same time, if they didn't, the character would be like super good. So I think the character should definitely be a little bit higher up, but he definitely has faults. I do agree with that. Same thing with Blake. I think she should be a little bit higher, but at the same time, she does have faults as well. Azrael, I think I like Azrael where he is. He does have faults, and he's still super. He does like a ton of damage. He's like Hakumen. He does a freaking truckload of damage. But at the same time, him approaching and getting in on the opponent can be kind of tough. Let's see. Weird how Makoto's like legit dead smack in the middle. How weird is that? And then Yukiko at the very bottom, Jubei, Weiss, Chie, and Platinum. I don't agree with Jubei being down there. I don't know, man. This is still... The character just came out last week. And that's probably why he's putting him down there, because he really probably doesn't know too much about Jubei. And if he does know about Jubei, I don't know. I don't think the game is, or the character is explored enough to be putting him down there. If it were up to me, I'd probably put him like below Makoto until we kind of see more about it, you know? Weiss, I don't think she should be down there either. She definitely should be in the has fault side, but definitely not low tier. I do think that she's really, really good in terms of neutral and conversions. That's for damn sure. But definitely has lots of faults, including her assist, including her unreliable anti-air, her unreliable auto combos. A lot of that stuff is very unreliable. Plus, everything, all of her good stuff is behind her black glyphs, which I can see why she has faults. I'm guessing this is has faults, but I don't think she should be down there. I disagree with this one 100%. Platinum, I don't know. I don't know too much about Platinum, but I do think that she's still really good as well because she has bullets, she's got bombs, and she's got pretty decent damage too. So, anyways, Chia down there, I could see that. I could see Chia being down there with her having very short limbs, not very good approaching tools. The only thing she's got going on for her, the thing that I would probably make her go a little bit higher up, would be her meteors. Her meteors are really good. Also, Yukiko being down here. I mean, that's a common topic. I mean, there's a common theme between everybody's thoughts about the characters is that Yukiko is low tier. I don't know why she's low tier. I had never played her. I haven't played her in Persona 4 Arena or Ultimax. And I really don't know what makes her super terrible in this game. So, of course, if a Yukiko player came in here and is like, this is why, this, and that, and you show me a whole PowerPoint on it, then sure. But I don't know right now. So, anyways. With that being said, Kanji's up here. And Yang's up here as well, which is interesting, to say the least. So, right now, it's really favoring characters with good buttons, good projectiles, and good assists. All these three characters, especially Ruby too, all of these have crazy, really good normals to play neutral with. All of these, which is why I'm really surprised that Jin is down here. Because Jin also has ridiculous buttons with good neutral. And a good wave assist. So it's interesting to see Narukami up here. Interesting. Rachel, I do think Rachel should be like definitely S for sure. Has faults, yes, I agree. But I think she can be really, really annoying. I'm surprised to see Hazama this high up. That's interesting. I do know that he's really good, but like I'm surprised to see him this high up. Huh, interesting. Ori is up here too. Yosuke. Yosuke, they took away a lot of his stuff, but they also gave him a lot of good things too. Like Moonsault was not... Moonsault is now a hard knockdown, I hear. Hard knockdown. So is V-Slash is pretty good. They gave him a lot of stuff. Waldstein, I 100% agree. He should be up here. Waldstein, I've been saying this from day uno. Ever since I picked him up, he is freaking going to be ridiculous. Waldstein is nuts. I 100% agree. So, yeah. I mean, pretty okay tier list. I mean, I share different thoughts. The only one that I'm really, like, drawing a blank on is Noelle being this high up. Maybe I'm missing something. Because I always thought that she was something special, but at the same time, I haven't seen it yet. Because her neutral is so bad. And I play characters like Ruby, like Blake, like S that have good neutral. And Noelle is all shenanigans, you know? So, yeah. We're taking a look at SKD's tier list now. And boy, oh boy, is it different. But there's some common themes or coming into play. All right? Oh boy, here we go.
You sound as if you've been a victim of being Ruby. It's okay, we've all been there.
Okay, hey, I play Ruby. Don't worry about it. So anyways, thank you so much for the bits, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much, man. We're going to take a look at SKDs. All right, so SKDs, all right. So I'm seeing some things here. Man, SKD is putting Blake at the tippy top. Blake is on the tippy top. She's the best character in the game. Oh, man. Jin is also up there. Ruby and S are up there. Hyde's up there. Hazama. Man, everyone's saying Hazama is like really good. Wow. That's strange to say the least. But already we're seeing some drastic differences between Kubos and SKDs here. This SKD is the best BB tag player in America right now. So he's putting Blake at the tippy top, Jin tippy top, S tippy top, Ruby tippy top. Really good. Hyde, Orie, Hazama, Naoto. So far, all of these, it's weird to see him put Blake at the very top with some things, with the faults that she has. Interesting, right? Because I can understand Kubos because she does have faults. Definitely. You know what I mean? I mean, I definitely think that Blake is super good. I don't know why he won't put, like... I would love to hear his reasoning, but Jin at the very top and then Blake on the very bottom. That's my thought process because she does have faults. She doesn't have a really good, super good anti-air. Her pressure's decent. Definitely. The character's very unexplored too with her clones. Maybe he sees a lot of potential in her mix-up, which is definitely the case. Which you need a really good assist. I know that he's been getting a bunch of crazy tech out with her. But I don't know. Once she's by herself... I think he's very reliant on just keeping both of these, both of his characters intact, because without an assist to be able to cover for her faults, I don't see her being top tier. Like at the very top, I mean. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm thinking of this wrong. But anyways, I would love to hear his reasoning. If he goes on like a podcast or something, I would love to listen in on it. Anyways, there's that. Hyde. Overall, I think Hyde, I agree with both of them. Hyde is super good. Hyde is incredibly good. So, for those of you who were saying that Hyde was bad in the very beginning, I remember when people were saying the uni characters are going to be very bad when they in the New York Comic Con, which it could have been. They could have been extremely bad, but they probably, maybe they didn't have their, I don't know, because I wasn't there at New York Comic Con. But I don't know if they had their reverse beats or something like that. But now the uni characters are actually pretty strong. So looking at it right now, he put Ori up there. I agree. Ori is really, really good. The only thing that really doesn't measure up with her is her assist with approaching. And really can't spam assist too much with Ori in the back. Hazama, man, I got to do some more digging with Hazama, man. Pretty good. Let's see. And this is the biggest one. Narukami being down here instead of up here. He's definitely very good independent. I do agree. This is independent, low tier, synergy reliant, and top tier. I kind of like this little focus that he's got here. Independent, synergy reliant, low tier, top tier. Man, pretty good. So these characters he's saying are very good independently. Which I'm trying to see. Interesting how he puts Hyde as independent. Because to be an independent, here's my current meta, my current look at the meta. To be independent, you need to have a really good Resonance Blaze game. But at the same time, like, he's probably, I don't know if he's putting in the fact that Hyde can do chip damage by himself with his normals. And I think most characters can, but not all of them can. But Hyde can most definitely chip with his normals. Platinum also being independent, I can see that because she's got a good zoning game. So she can kind of zone him out. Plus with St. Jude, St. Joan, whatever it is, they can do that. And Narukami just having like a super good persona. With him, like his persona, his game is super good. His gameplay is super good. So I can agree with this him being independent. Jubei, funny how he puts Jubei up here, and independent. That's an interesting fact because independently, like he doesn't have a fireball, nothing. His 5B stuff, like his slashes, like are really push block. You know, he's very vulnerable to push block if you start mashing 5B. So, with that being said, most of this I pretty much agree on. I think Yang is super synergy reliant. Gordeau is too. Waldstein is as well. But Waldstein, super. I think he's still like, he's like around this area. Like, he's super good. Carmine being there, he's like dead smack in the middle, which I agree. I think he can be, the reason why he needs to be like synergy, and I like where you put him, like in between best of both worlds, because to be honest, in terms of gameplay, he really doesn't need too many assists to be able to do well. But at the same time, he needs the assist so he can go and recover health. So I kind of like where you put him. I don't know if that's what he was thinking when putting him there, but that's what I think. And it's a good place for him, for sure. Other than that, he's like super dirty. He's very, very dirty. So Batista being here, like mid-tier, or like dead smack in the middle. That's pretty much dead smack in the middle. I think she's really good by herself, too. I think her buttons are extremely good. She's got a good zoning game. I don't know what he's factoring in what makes him independent, which is interesting. Let's see. Gordeau as well. Like, all these are very synergy reliant. I agree, 100%. All of these. Same thing with Ezreal. Very synergy. Very Tager, Kanji, all those characters for sure. Lynn, I like where he put him too because she's not super synergy reliant, but she definitely could use some assists to get more damage for sure. And down here, he put Snowell at the very bottom tier, which is where I was kind of putting her. And Yukiko as well. That's the kind of like the common line between the two is Yukiko's low tier, the worst character in the game. And right now, like, this is what's really baffling me right now. The biggest difference, I need to see why Kubo thinks Noelle is good. Like, he's saying he's good, like upper mid. And I'm saying as well, maybe I just don't have enough faith. Maybe I just I don't trust her enough, you know? That maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe shame on me. Shame on me. Freaking, what am I doing? Maybe I'm missing something because this is probably where I would put Noelle too. But with Kubo, maybe there's something different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because we play her a specific way. We play her a specific way and we factor in push blocking and game mechanics too much. And with that being said, when it comes to that, when she just does her shenanigans and she does all her crazy stuff, then she can get herself killed very easily. And maybe how they play her completely different. I would love to see a Japanese Noelle. Or the player that made Kubo think that she's good. Or like really good. Vara, thanks for the follow, man. Dark Monken, thank you so much. So, yeah, but I don't know. Definitely a common line between all tier lists is that Yukiko is low tier. Like I said before, I have no clue why. I'm not a Yukiko player, and nor have I ever seen her or really seen people justify why she's low tier. They just put her there. Maybe because they don't understand her, or maybe their other characters have better tools than her. Maybe she's good, but she's just not as good as any of these characters, you know? I don't know. Makoto being down here, being independent, I think she is super solid in this game. I don't think she necessarily needs. I think I like where he put her right here because she doesn't necessarily need an assist. I think she's overall really solid, and yeah, I like where he put her there. Weiss, man, the differences is crazy. Weiss, this is probably where I would put her, but I would definitely. I don't know why he wouldn't put her without an assist. She definitely does a lot better with an assist, but I would put her like probably dead smack in the middle. Like probably where Ragna is, I would definitely put him there. Dead smack. But he put Ragna there, which I think he does really well without assists too. So if anything, I would switch these two. That'd probably be my own personal tier list. But I do agree that I think she can play without assists because she has got really good neutral. She's got really good buttons to carry herself. But I do think she definitely needs an assist. She's definitely an assist-heavy character. So she can get her black glyphs going. So she can get... Man, I'm really surprised by that. I would put her in the middle because I can see where he's coming from. Where the... she can hold up by herself very well. But at the same time, to be able to use her optimally, I think you need to give her an assist. Especially an assist that can let her do her crazy black glyph shenanigans. Which is what makes her extremely good. Anyways, this tier list is probably closer to my own tier list than Kubos. Kubos is just very different, and that's probably because he's from Japan, and they see the game a little bit differently than we do. I'm surprised to see him put Platinum way up here compared to Kubo putting her way down here. But definitely, like, Yukiko and Chie are very common, putting them down there. Same thing, Yosuke's down here too. And Kanji, he put him way up here, and he put him down here. Huh. Interesting. Very different tier list nonetheless. If anything, I'd probably There's a few things that I would change, but definitely very similar. Mine would be very similar to SKD's over Kubos. Kubos is kind of crazy, very interesting nonetheless. So, anyways, yeah. Tier list, you gotta love them, man. They bring the community together.